Carbon monoxide, the invisible killer. Objectives: define carbon monoxide. Describe possible sources. Identify carbon monoxide poisoning signs and symptoms. Understand who is at risk for poisoning. Describe key prevention tips and available resources. What is carbon monoxide poisoning? CO is a colorless, tasteless, odorless non-irritating gas produced when sources of carbon, such as fuels or wood, are burned. Carbon monoxide (CO) versus carbon dioxide (CO2). Carbon monoxide, a byproduct of burning fuels, a poison even at low doses. Carbon dioxide, gas exhaled with normal breathing, an asphyxiant and poisonous at high doses. Who is at risk? Everyone, especially people using alternate heat sources during power outages, elderly, unborn babies, infants, individuals with chronic heart disease, anemia or respiratory problems, personnel at fire scenes, firefighters, rescue workers, individuals working with combustion engines or combustible gases indoors, industrial workers at pulp mills, steel foundries, and plants producing formaldehyde and coke. Pets. Is co-poisoning common? One of the leading causes of unintentional accidental poisoning deaths in the United States. Poisonings occur more often in the fall and winter months. Accounts for approximately 50,000 emergency department visits each year in the US. Sources: burning fuels such as wood, oil, natural gas, gasoline, kerosene, propane, coal, and diesel. Electrical appliances do not produce CO. Common sources of human exposure include smoke inhalation from fires, automobile exhaust, faulty or poorly vented charcoal, kerosene or gas stoves. To a lesser extent, cigarette smoke and methylene chloride, industrial uses. Cold weather hazards. Insufficient ventilation. Generators used inside during a power outage. Gas or kerosene heater in room without proper ventilation. Stoves or fireplaces that are improperly vented or blocked. Exhaust flues or appliance ducts that are blocked or sealed shut. Cars or trucks idling in a garage. Opening the door is not sufficient. Poor function or worn parts. Appliances and equipment. Improper use. Using charcoal grills indoors. Heating homes with gas ovens. Warm weather hazards. Enclosed area, poor ventilation. Gas, kerosene, charcoal, propane or hibachi grills. Gasoline-powered equipment, lawnmower, chainsaw, generator, used in a home, garage or under a tarp. Gas-fueled lanterns and stoves burned inside a tent, trailer, boat cabin without proper ventilation. Excessive inhalation of exhaust fumes. Teak surfing or pulling a skier from a boat's diving platform. Diving from or swimming near a houseboat platform. Riding in the back of a pickup truck with a camper shell. How does carbon monoxide poisoning work? Enters the body through the lungs and is delivered to the blood. Red blood cells pick up CO instead of oxygen. Hemoglobin likes CO to 50 times more than oxygen. CO prevents the oxygen that is present from being readily released to and used properly by tissues. Why do we need oxygen? Brain damage. Can only live a few minutes without oxygen. Organ damage. Vital organs such as brain and heart need oxygen. Possibly death. Toxic effects is equal to concentration into exposure. Long-term exposure to low levels of CO may be equal to short-term exposure to high levels of CO. Signs and symptoms. Flu-like symptoms, without fever or runny nose, including headache, fatigue, sleepiness, shortness of breath, nausea, dizziness, confusion or disorientation. Young children, Elderly and household pets are usually affected first. Failure to detect danger. Often mistaken for the flu, food poisoning, or other illnesses. Those sleeping or intoxicated can die before experiencing any symptoms. Prolonged exposure can lead to brain damage and death. Victims may become disoriented and unable to save themselves. Prognosis. Difficult to predict the long-term effects of co-poisoning or exposure. Even with proper medical treatment, a few people can develop long-term brain damage. Some individuals appear to have no long-term effects. If pregnant, fetal complications or death may result. Carbon monoxide alarm, your best protection. Install a carbon monoxide alarm close to sleeping areas. For more protection, install one in every bedroom. Install one on every level of your home. Never ignore a carbon monoxide alarm, it could save your life. Buying an alarm. Do not buy based on price. Purchase with Underwriters Laboratories, ULTU 034, label. Follow manufacturer's instructions for placement, use and maintenance. Maintaining alarms. If battery powered, check monthly. Replace batteries every year or when batteries are low. If electric, make sure there is battery backup in case of power outages. Emergency. Alarm sounds. Get fresh air right away. Do not re-enter an affected home until CO is gone. Fire department can determine when it is safe to re-enter a building. Fire department EMS's role. Rescue victims. Special detectors that monitor parts per million, ppm, of the atmosphere at any given location. Find source of CO. Can detect small amounts of CO. If CO is detected, the source will be investigated and identified. Next steps will be recommended. The area will be ventilated until CO levels are safe. Prevention tips, do's. Purchase CO alarms. Install and maintain according to manufacturer's instructions. If CO alarm goes off, evacuate home immediately and call help. No signs and symptoms of co-poisoning. Professionally install and annually inspect appliances and heating systems. Open flue when using fireplace. Make sure stovepipes and other vents are joined tightly without cracks or rust. Prevention tips, don'ts. Never run a portable generator, gasoline-powered engines, such as mowers, snowblowers, chainsaws, or burn charcoal in crawl spaces. Indoors. Garages. Basements. Closed-in porch. Vehicle. Tent. Under windows. Never leave a car, mower or other vehicle running in a garage, even with the door open. Do not heat home with gas oven. Visual warning signs. Streaks of carbon or soot around door of your fuel-burning appliance. No draft in your chimney. A large amount of rusting on flue pipes or appliance jackets or vent pipes. Moisture on windows, walls of furnace doors. Discolored or damaged bricks at top of chimney. Soot falling from fireplace. Flu-like symptoms that go away when you leave home and come back when you re-enter. Poison Center Mission. Provide emergency treatment information for poisonings or toxic exposures. Access to this healthcare advice is available to both the lay public and to healthcare providers in the state. Thank you. Stay safe.